Dr. Doom will show up in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I am Victor.
And it won't just be a cool cameo, it'll change the course of everything leading into Avengers Doomsday. Now, if you've been following the leaks and behind-the-scenes updates, you probably already know this movie is stacked. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is finally returning after No Way Home, production is starting, and a leaked prop has already confirmed it takes place in 2027, meaning it's after Thunderbolts, but before Avengers Doomsday. That timing is no coincidence. Here's where it gets interesting. The Russo brothers are reportedly directing the post-credit scenes for both Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, and guess what? Those scenes were filmed on the same set as Avengers Doomsday. So logically, it would make perfect sense for the Russos to direct one final setup, the post-credit scene of Spider-Man Brand New Day. And here's how it all connects. The theory goes that this post-credit scene will show a man in a sleek suit knocking on Peter Parker's apartment door. Peter opens it, and it's someone who looks exactly like Tony Stark. But it's not Tony, it's Victor Von Doom, or at least, that's what he says later.
I am Victor.
Think about what that would do to Peter. This is the man who changed his life, who died for the universe, now standing in his doorway again, but something feels off. This Tony Stark isn't exactly acting like the man Peter once knew. He's calm, calculating, and the second he steps inside, he begins subtly manipulating Peter, just like Doom always does. What makes this even more chilling is that we've already seen a leak of this exact scene, a silhouette of a man in a suit knocking on someone's door. The back of his head looks exactly like Robert Downey Jr., and that scene? It was reportedly shot during the time Tom Holland was filming The Odyssey in London. The scheduling lines up, the silhouette matches, the scene is real, and Marvel knows exactly what they're doing here. Revealing Doom in a post-credit scene before Avengers Doomsday lets the marketing train take off without revealing the twist, that this Doom looks like Tony Stark. So when trailers drop for Doomsday, people won't be asking, where's Doom? They'll already be buzzing from Spider-Man 4's shocking ending. Let's take this even deeper, because if Dr. Doom really does appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day, the real question is, why Peter Parker? At first glance, it doesn't make much sense. Doom is a cosmic-level manipulator. He's not some street-level thug. So why would he show up in New York knocking on the door of a broke, isolated version of Spider-Man who just started rebuilding his life? Because Peter is the perfect pawn. Right now, Peter Parker is completely off the grid. No Avengers, no Happy Hogan, no Stark Tech. He's rebuilding from nothing, and that makes him vulnerable. Doom showing up looking like Tony Stark would hit Peter right where it hurts. He doesn't just admire Tony, he lost him. So when Doom walks through that door with Tony's voice, Tony's face, and Tony's charm, Peter wants to believe it. And Doom knows that. He doesn't need to fight Spider-Man, he needs to recruit him, because this isn't the same Doom from the comics. This is a Doom who's watching the multiverse collapse, incursions spiraling out of control, and Reed Richards closing in. He's preparing for war, and war requires allies. Peter isn't just a soldier, he's an anchor, literally. There's a rising theory that Peter Parker might be one of the anchor beings of the sacred timeline. That would explain why the multiverse didn't completely fall apart when Doctor Strange tampered with his memory. And it could also explain why Doom would want to test him, study him, or worse, use him. And here's where it gets really wild. What if Doom isn't there just to manipulate Peter emotionally, but to track the remnants of something else? Remember the tiny sliver of the symbiote that was left behind in the MCU after No Way Home? That alien matter could be vital for Doom's plan. After all, in the comics, Doom has used symbiote technology before to create weapons, bindings, even enhancements to his armor. If he knows about it, or senses it through the multiverse, Peter Parker becomes more than just a broken hero. He becomes the key to a much larger equation, and Doom always starts with the key. So, no, Doom's appearance in Brand New Day isn't fan service. It's strategy. It's the first chess move in a much bigger war, one that's going to reach every corner of the multiverse. Dr. Doom doesn't want chaos. He wants control. He doesn't start wars just to watch the world burn. He starts them so he can decide who survives them. And in Avengers Doomsday, the key to that survival might be Franklin Richards. Now, let's break this down. In the comics, Franklin isn't just the son of Reed Richards and Susan Storm. He's an Omega-level mutant with the power to reshape entire universes. That's not hyperbole. Franklin has literally created alternate realities from scratch. Galactus has referred to him as a god. Celestials fear him. Doom has obsessed over him. And in the Fantastic Four post-credit scene, Franklin is already in Doom's orbit. Why? Because Doom doesn't want to just win a battle. He wants to become the anchor of the sacred timeline, the one true version of reality after all the incursions destroy the multiverse. Think about it. If the multiverse is collapsing, and there's only one timeline left, whoever anchors that reality becomes the god of gods. And Doom's problem? That's supposed to be Franklin's role. That's why Doom needs him, not just to use him, but to replace him. In Fantastic Four, annual number 20, Doom kidnaps Franklin to try and bring back his mother, bending reality itself to serve his own grief. It's not just about power, it's about rewriting the laws of death, memory, and consequence. Typical Doom behavior: emotional, calculated, tragic. And now, in the MCU, it looks like history might be repeating itself. But here's the dark twist. What if the Doom we meet in Avengers Doomsday isn't from the MCU's Earth 616, but from Earth 828, the very same universe where the Fantastic Four fought Galactus, where the Illuminati fell, where the multiverse started cracking? The theory goes that Doom survived Galactus, was mutated by it, and started exploring other universes. On his way back, he found 616. But when he entered that universe, Tony Stark had just died. And that's when everything clicked for Doom. He realized he could become the hero, not Iron Man, but something even more powerful, a legend no one knew they needed. He'd manipulate Spider-Man, he'd frame the X-Men, he'd convince the Fantastic Four that he was their only hope. But to cement himself as the god of the sacred timeline, he needs Franklin's multiversal powers. That's why Doom is keeping him close. Marvel didn't skip over that backstory by accident, they're saving it, because revealing it now would give away too much. This Doom isn't just a new villain stepping into the light, he's the ghost they buried, the mistake they never talked about, the war that already started behind closed doors. And if he's from Earth 828, it means everything we've seen, the Galactus attack, the political power moves, the empty Latveria chair at the council, it's all connected. While everyone's eyes are on Dr. Doom, the real mastermind pulling the strings might be someone else entirely. Loki. No, not the mischievous trickster we met back in Thor.
Fine. Now fight me.
We're talking about the god of stories, the Loki who now sits at the center of time, holding together the multiverse by pure will. After Loki Season 2, he's no longer just a villain, or even a reformed anti-hero, he's a cosmic constant. And if Doom is preparing to destroy the multiverse, Loki's the only one who knows how to stop him. And if you're still not convinced, look at what happened in Avengers Forever, the comic storyline that's becoming the secret blueprint for Avengers Doomsday. In that arc, Loki sees Doom Supreme wiping out every multiversal version of the Avengers. Instead of trying to stop him alone, he travels across timelines to recruit the most powerful versions of Earth's mightiest heroes. He forms his own army, not to rule, but to protect existence itself. Now match that to the MCU. Loki is literally holding the tree of time together. He sees every variant, every incursion, every collapse. He knows Doom is coming. And Doom Supreme, in the comics, is exactly the kind of threat this version of Doom is shaping up to be. So, what's Loki doing? He's setting the board, silently, carefully. He's bringing in people like Wolverine, like the Fantastic Four, not to stop Doom directly, but to create a web of resistance across time and space. A resistance Doom can't predict because it doesn't look like an army. It looks like scattered heroes, forgotten players, survivors.